This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing. I'm here today with Glenn Mccrory. How are you, Glenn? You okay?
I'm very good, thanks, Paul.
We're here today at the weigh-in for high stakes, tomorrow's night of boxing at the Manchester Arena. Just weighed in there, Andy Crawler, Scott Quigg, Martin Murray, and obviously all their opponents as well. Two good British title fights on the undercard. It should be a good night of boxing, Glenn.
It should be a really good night because both fights are pretty much 50-50. You know, it is a pick 'em. They've both got very tough a challenge for Andy Crawler. I think probably his is a bit more tougher. He's come through an awful lot. Nasty violence incident at the beginning of the year, and to be here, just to be here is a miracle. So we wish him the very best of luck, but he's got a very tall order. Even before the accident, it's fighting at a level above anything he's ever fought in Perez. So he's got to raise his game two different levels. So it's a tough job for Crawler. I think again, it's not a foregone conclusion for Scott Quigg. It's Kiko Martinez talking to his camp. They worked really hard for this. You know how good this is. Took a top shape Carl Fram at his very best to win the title against them. So I think it's a very tough fight that I think will be nip and tuck all the way. It could be a controversial decision or something like that, but I think Quigg might just nick that.
Yeah, as you just said, two really good 50-50, I suppose, world title fights, and two 50-50 British title fights on the undercard as well. Sam Eggington and Glenn Foote, and Chris Jenkins and Tyrone Ayre should be an absolute war, both fights.
I think Eggington Foote could be the fight of the night, because I think, Glenn Foote, he's been derailed again through another accident. But he's good, he's very sharp, he's an excellent puncher. Sam Eggington is as game as they come, but he leaves that chin too high in the air for me, and I think Glenn Foote will be the new British and Commonwealth champion, and the North East boy, call me bad.
Okay.
We'll not mention his son, but we'll just say he's a North East boy. In boxing, we're just the North East in boxing.
Obviously, as you just mentioned as well, Martin Murray's fighting the second fight now at super middleweight. We seen him only a couple of weeks ago in Liverpool, done the job in 2 rounds. It wasn't a world beater, and it isn't again tomorrow night, but he looks good at super middleweight, and I think he's definitely got a chance of a world title.
It does look good at super middleweight. He's fell short at middleweight, maybe coming down, pulling them extra pounds off, took that little bit extra off him. Now, he's got it all to do still. It's a weight above. It's going to be difficult for him, but we know he's a class act, Martin Murray. And you always know whatever fight he's in, he's going to be the best he can be, and he's going to give you entertainment. That's the sort of fighter he is. So wishing all the best. I mean, he's going to get great sparring. He's in the gym with Rocky Fielding, so he'll have an idea in his own head of whether he can do it. Because Rocky Fielding is the one to watch and one of the ones to watch in the super middleweight division.
Saturday night, big night of boxing. The next show for Matchroom is August the 1st, Rumble on the Humber in Hull. Luke Campbell, Tommy Coyle. Another good fight, and it's going to be another good night in a couple of weeks.
Excellent. Two fighters that had different backgrounds. They've come up different ways. The star, the gold medal winner in Luke, and then he's come up. Tommy Coyle has had it a little bit tougher. They find themselves in the same place, and when you're in the pro game, that gold medal doesn't matter. And for me, Tommy Coyle's got a little bit more preparation, so I'm expecting another 50-50 fight. That's what you want in boxing is to go to bills where you know that everybody on one side's not going to win, in the house corner's not going to win. You want to go and think, could be upsets, it could be champions could lose, our hometown boys could lose. That's what makes it great now boxing, and that's why Eddie Hearn's putting on some great shows.
Most definitely. just before we finish up here, a new member to your team full time now, Carl Froch. Announced his retirement a couple of days ago. What do you make of that decision, Glenn? Do you think it's the right choice?
I think it was a good decision. Personally, he could have went on. He could have went on if he wanted to, but he's done everything that he needs to do. The only one thing he could do is beat Andre Ward, and unfortunately I don't think he'd ever do that, but on the bright side, he's had a fantastic career. He's beat everybody, fought everybody, been entertainment through and through. Thoroughly enjoyed being part of his career and covering him, because you know you were always going to get a fight.
Exactly.
And now he's joining us as a pundit.
Yeah.
Now he's got a fight on his hands.
That's it, exactly. Well, that's it for us today. Thanks a lot for your time, Glenn, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
All the best.